Welcome to the Nurses Breakroom. It's not a place we get to visit very often in real life, but you're always welcome to come and recharge here. And while you're at it, head to selfcareisn'tselfish.com and grab your free copy of my book, Self-Care Isn't Selfish, The Compassionate Nurse's Step-by-Step Guide to Personalized Stress Relief. It's packed with simple, effective strategies to help you prioritize your needs without guilt so you can feel energized, focused, and ready to take on the day. Grab yours at selfcareisn'tselfish.com. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Nurses Breakroom with Jenny Lytle, RN. Today, we're going to take a bit of a different turn and talk about something that I think we don't talk about enough, and that's asking for help. As a helper at heart, I'm someone who loves giving help, but I'm not always so great at accepting help, and especially not so much at asking for help. For me, my faith is something very important to me. And I had an instance earlier today where I was out floating in the lake with my friend, and it's chilly right now. We're experiencing a little bit of almost fall-like temperatures, and we're just wanting to really soak up those last bits of summer in case we are running short on summer days. And what really stood out to me is that when the clouds were covering the sun, of course, it felt a lot cooler. But when the sun was shining, there was so much warmth. It felt so much better and so much more bearable. And I think that the same can happen in our lives when, stick with me here, when we turn our eyes toward the sun, the S-O-N versus the S-U-N, and really let that light, let that love sustain us. Now, you may be somebody that doesn't believe what I believe, and that's okay. You're still completely welcome here. But I think even if we think of that as a person or help of some sort and just not trying to white knuckle through everything alone, you can understand where I'm coming from with this. As caregivers, as people who give and give and give, it can be hard to say, you know what, I've reached a point where I really need some help. And maybe that's because you realize you're at a breaking point. Or maybe that's just when you realize, hey, you know what? Like, I'm a little bit tired and I could use a little bit of help right now. Maybe you know what it's like to help someone and you know how good that feels, and you want to allow someone else to experience that by helping you through something. We're not meant to go through life alone. We're not meant to figure out everything on our own. And so maybe that is turning to God. Maybe that's reaching out to a friend or to a healthcare professional if you're someone who's struggling in areas that way, or a mental health professional. Maybe it's reaching out to a coach if you feel like there's things in your life that you know you want to be a little different, but you're not really sure where to go. There's so many options out there, and part of that just really comes from being able to humble ourselves enough to ask for help and to realize that it's not a failure, that we're not meant to do everything on our own, and that when we ask for help, we encourage others to be able to do that without feeling guilty either. We all have different gifts and different strengths and different struggles. And being able to connect with each other and encourage each other and just understand some of the things that we go through is only helpful. So I encourage you, if you feel like there's an area that maybe you could use some help or support in, reach out and ask someone. If it's a friend, wonderful. If it's making an appointment with someone, great. If there's things that you're just really not sure where to go, If there's areas of your life where you're just feeling a little stuck and unsure, then feel free to reach out and schedule a no obligation, complimentary clarity call with me. And you can do that by going to my website, jennylytle.com, and just click schedule a free call. Until next time, remember, self-care isn't selfish. It's the only way we can continue to care for others and live our best lives. Have a great week. Disclaimer. Although I am a registered nurse, the medical and health information contained in this podcast is provided for general information and educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional advice. Therefore, before taking any actions based upon such information, I encourage you to consult with appropriate professionals. I do not provide any specific medical or health advice, and the use of or reliance on any information contained in this podcast is solely at your own risk.